Tonight, you'll witness an outstanding array of products, each one superbly crafted and innovative in design, from the SHRP Image Living Catalog, with your host, Richard Thalheimer.
Hello, and welcome back to the SHRP Image Living Catalog. I'm Richard Thalheimer, your host, and I appreciate having the chance to come into your living room to show you some of the newest and most innovative products in America. This is the SHRP Image Catalog, and it's a 56-page color version of the Living Catalog. You're invited to get a catalog for yourself simply by calling our toll-free numbers, and we'll show you these numbers in a few minutes. That way you'll be on our subscription list and you'll get a catalog 8 times a year. On tonight's Living Catalog, I'm going to show you some of the newest in phone products. Phone products have made a tremendous advance in the last year, and tonight you'll see some phones which replace the ordinary telephone you may have in your house. So let's start with this one right here called the Quick Phone. This is made by Mura Corporation, and Mura is a company in Connecticut which makes phones that are designed to save you money on rental charges. You know, every month on your phone bill you are paying a small amount for rental of your phone equipment. That may vary from $1.50 for a very simple phone to as much as $3 or $4 a month, maybe even $6 or $7 a month if you have several touch-tone phones. Now, if you have a catalog at home, and many of you do, if you'll turn to page 30 in the catalog, you'll see this phone. And I'll just turn to page 30 with you. It says, "Own Quick Phone and say goodbye to monthly rental charges." The reason we emphasize that is because this phone is designed to basically replace an extension phone. It doesn't have a lot of features. It's a fairly simple phone for a low cost. It sells for $45 and gives you 2 advantages over your current ordinary phone. One is that it has a ringer switch which lets you switch the ringer on or off. There are those times when you don't want to have calls, and by ensuring your privacy, this phone gives you a small advantage over a regular phone. The other big advantage this phone has, which your present phone doesn't, is it has what's called a redial button. Most all new phones nowadays have a redial button, and that means that if you have a busy number that you're not getting through, you can call again simply by walking over to the phone and pressing the redial button. And the phone remembers the last number that you dialed, and then it dials that number again for you. Now, you don't need to do anything complicated to use a phone like this. When it comes with a little holster like this, and you may choose to mount this on the wall with a simple screw or with the adhesive by putting a piece of adhesive in the middle, but a screw is the preferred choice because it's a little bit stronger. And you mount that on the wall, you just hang your phone in it. One thing nice about a phone like this is you can simply set it down if you wish and not use any holder at all. It'll hang up itself simply by sitting down because the hang up is this little button on the back. So you walk over to a phone like this, you pick it up, you dial your number just like you do on a regular touch-tone phone, and it has touch dialing even though it's on a rotary pulse. And what that means is it works on either kind of system, either touch or rotary. Some phones, as we'll see later, only work on touch, and there's a reason for that. So then you plug this into the wall, into a modular jack, because it has a modular phone plug, and it comes with a fairly long cord that goes out to 14 feet, which is nice. So that's a simple phone. It's $45, not too complicated, gives you quite a few features you don't currently have. But now, if you're willing to spend a little more money, for $139, you can get the WebCore Zip phone. And if you have a catalog, turn to page 43. I'm going to turn with you. And right there it says, "Newest, sleekest home phone genius." The reason it says that is because this phone really does have a lot of features. Let's start off with the basics. First of all, you've got your redial button right here on the front, so you can redial a number that you've already talked to. More importantly, this phone will store 16 numbers up to 16 digits each. And that means that if you want to program the number in of your police, your fire department, your best friend, your mother, your office, whatever, you pick up the phone and you've already pre-programmed in the number. It's very simple. You can see the buttons right here, store, pause. So it's very easy to program them in. And then by picking up the phone and just dialing a combination, say John Koenig, who's our product director, his initials might be JK. So I'd pick up the phone and hit JK, and I would have his number automatically dialed simply by using a 2-digit code that could either be letters or numbers. And this phone will store up to 16 numbers. Now it does a few other things as well. You can switch this one from true tone dialing or rotary pulse dialing. So if you want to use MCI or Sprint access to call long distance at a substantial discount, this phone will let you do it either way. So if you have a rotary phone now, and you can't use MCI or Sprint, this will let you access those numbers because it has both. You can dial up using your rotary speed to get the MCI number, then you can switch to tone dialing to give the correct pulsing. That is a tremendous advantage, and it's unusual for $139 to see that in a phone like this. Now, it has a few other features as well. It has what's called a busy buster function, and that means that when you use the redial button, if you're not getting through, it will dial a number once a minute for 15 minutes in order to get you through a busy signal. So when you're calling the airlines and you're not getting through, you can keep dialing that number again simply by hitting the redial and letting it automatically dial once a minute for 15 minutes. And you might ask, well, how do I know when the party gets through? And this is another clever part of this telephone. It has a speaker right here, and it will tell you by signaling you when the party comes on, because the voice of the other side answering will actually come out of the speaker and it will be audible to you. Now, at that point, you have to pick up the phone to talk to them because they won't be able to hear you when you're just talking audibly. You have to pick up the receiver and actually talk to them at that point. But you will know when they come on the line, so you can let it automatically dial for you for up to 15 minutes. When it finally gets through, it will tell you. This is a wonderful product that has been one of our most successful, and it is quite sleek, as you can see. That's $139, which makes it a little bit more expensive than the basic simple phone. Now, there are some accessories that go with phones that are not true phones in themselves, and the phone guard is one of them. If you'll turn to page 21 in your catalog, you'll see the phone guard, and we've got one right here. If you come in close to look at this, what you'll see is a small, clear, sort of plexiglass contraption that looks like the speaker of a phone, and it is. This screws on. You take your regular phone, which I've got one over here, bring your phone over. This is just a conventional Bell telephone. You unscrew the mouthpiece, and this little part here actually comes out because the phone guard has its own built-in microphone. And then you screw that on, and then you talk into this just like a regular microphone. And it has a little adjustment wheel right here that you can use to adjust it just perfectly. And then when you're talking on the phone, and you use this just like a regular telephone, you talk into it, but when you notice the red light coming on, which is somewhat subtle, and we can't really show you how bright it is, but it's bright enough that it'll catch your eye when you're talking, that signals you that somebody has picked up the phone in another extension or is tapping your phone line. And that's why they call it the phone guard. It actually tells you if somebody is tapping your phone or if they're listening to your extension. So it guards your phone for you. And for $45, this is a product, $49, excuse me, a product which will protect your privacy at home or at the office, but it only works on a conventional Bell type mouthpiece. For $49, the phone guard is an unusual product, but one which has been in our catalog now for about a year because it's extremely popular. I guess a lot of people want to protect their privacy, and I can certainly understand that nowadays. Now, Panasonic is a name which you're all quite familiar with, and they have a phone answering machine called the EasyPhone, which is a real nice looking answering machine, and it's the one we've chosen to put in the Sharp Image catalog because it has several features which no other answering machine has. You know, there are inexpensive answering machines and there are expensive answering machines, and my experience has been that after you buy your first one, you rapidly get tired of it in about a year and you want to get a better one, and you wish you had gotten a better one right away because you'll spend about $100 to $150 on any kind of answering machine. And if you get an EasyPhone or something of this quality right up front, then 2 years down the road you'll have a machine that you're still happy with and you won't end up replacing it. The nice thing about the Panasonic is, first of all, it uses what's called a 2-cassette system. And I'm sure you can see the cassettes. One says incoming message cassette, one says outgoing message cassette. This means that you use standard size cassettes which are available anywhere, and that has the advantage that you can save a cassette if you have a message that you're very fond of. Perhaps it's a birthday greeting from your family or a loved one that's away on a trip and you want to remember what their vacation was like, or a kid at camp. You can take out the cassette, store it, and for simply another few dollars, put another cassette in, because these are ordinary standard cassettes you can buy anywhere, and save that message. By the same token, if it happens to wear out ever and you want to change it, it's not expensive. You don't have to send the thing back to the factory. You just pull out the cassette and exchange that. Now, there's some other features this machine has which make it unique. First of all, it's very attractive looking. That's obvious. Secondly, it has remote, which is a feature everybody wants nowadays because remote lets you call for your messages when you're away from home. But a lot of machines have remote. What makes this remote different is it lets you change the message remotely, so that if you're not going to be home for another week, you can call your answering machine and change the message to say, hello, I'm still on vacation, or hello, I'll be back on the 16th of July, whatever you wish to say. In addition, this machine lets you scan your messages very quickly, and it has Vox, which means, or voice activation, which means that if somebody calls and hangs up, you don't have to listen to the dial tone, which if you've got an inexpensive answering machine already, you know one of the most frustrating things when you come home and you want to listen to your messages is if somebody has called and hung up, it will go through its entire cycle of 30 or 60 seconds recording the dial tone until it comes to the next message. So you sit there and listen to a dial tone for 30 to 60 seconds, and it's very irritating on your nerves. So the best answering machines, like the Panasonic, have solved this by using a voice activation feature which only records the actual conversation. So if somebody hangs up, the machine will immediately stop recording. And that's a very important feature, and one which makes you like your answering machine over the years. Another important feature is that it tells you that there has been a call. So when you come home, you know immediately whether you've had a call or not. On some machines, you have to actually check the machine's tape to see if there has been a call. Of course, most importantly, any product that's in the SHRP Image Catalog is one that you can try for 30 days in your own home without obligation, simply by calling our toll-free numbers and using those toll-free numbers to order a product from the SHRP Image Catalog, like the EasyPhone, and use it yourself. So if you're not 100% sure if you want to order the Panasonic EasyPhone for, say, $295, but you think you might like to try it, that way you can actually do that. Try it for yourself, and you be the judge. If you think it's a good product, and if you like using it, and if you want to compare it to some others in the field, you have the opportunity to do that. Now let's look at one more product that I guarantee you'll want to try, called the phone sensor. The phone sensor is designed, once you've got one of these fancy telephones, to protect your privacy and guarantee that you don't get crank calls. This is a very simple product, at least in terms of size, even though the computer sophistication inside it is remarkable. If you look closely, you'll see there's a modular plug. What you do is you plug your phone into phone sensor, and then you plug phone sensor into the wall. And there's the little plug in the back of the phone sensor module. And I see this has two plugs, which would let you put two phones or an answering machine and a phone into phone sensor, which is very nice. Now the trick with phone sensor is it screens your calls for you. You give your friends a code. For example, one person's code may be to let it ring 5 times or 10 times, is better even. And then unless they let it ring that 10th time, the phone sensor will not begin to ring your telephone. And anyone else that calls will simply get an unanswered phone. So for example, if you don't want to be bothered by somebody and they call, if they don't let it ring a full 10 times, the machine will keep the phone from audibly ringing, and it'll sound to the caller like you're not home. But if they let it ring that 10th ring, you will get an audible ring, and then you will know that it's somebody that you want to get a call from. And there are some different codes. For example, calling once, hanging up, and then calling back within 30 seconds is a different code. So it has some clever ways that it can give the people who are calling you a way to get through to you when you don't want to be bothered. And for a very modest price, $49, this will eliminate any kind of crank calls or obscene calls, and it has some other clever features. You can turn off your chime for an hour, or 2 hours, or 8 hours. You can have it just ring once and then turn off the chime. You can have it turn off your phone's ring for an hour and then turn on automatically. You can have it flash a light instead of a ringer. It does quite a few different things, and it's a real interesting product to try for yourself. Well, you know, here's your chance to write down our toll-free numbers and to order these products so that you can try them for yourself, and at the very least, for sure, to get a catalog. So get a pencil right now and write down the toll-free numbers so that you can get a year's subscription to the SHRP Image Catalog. Get a pencil and we'll see you in just a moment.
It's easy to order from the SHRP Image Living Catalog. Just have your credit card handy and dial our toll-free number, 800-227-3436. That's 800-227-3436. In California, dial 800-622-0733. That's 800-622-0733. Our operators are on duty 24 hours a day, and those operators are SHRP Image employees. They're happy to help speed your order. For a free year subscription to our full-color catalog, simply call our toll-free numbers within 1 hour of the telecast of this program. Once again, here are our toll-free numbers.
Welcome back. I hope you wrote down those toll-free numbers so that you can get a catalog for yourself. It comes out 8 times a year, and it explains things much better than I ever could. If you've got a catalog already, look on page 42 at what we call the soft touch dialer. And the reason we call it soft touch is because it has the new type of buttons that not only are touch dial simply by pressing a button, but have a type of electronic switch in there that's much softer to press, and it has a unique feel to it called soft touch. Now what you do with this product is replace the ordinary mouthpiece on your telephone with it, somewhat like we did with the phone guard a few minutes ago. Unscrew the Bell telephone mouthpiece, take out the microphone, and screw the Buscom on its place. This is made by Buscom, that's why the Buscom Soft Touch Auto Dialer is named. Now this is the Auto Dialer 40, which means that it has 40 lines of memory. Each line can hold 16 numbers, so that you can use this to memorize 40 different numbers. And because it works on its own self-contained battery, when you travel, you just simply unscrew this and you take it with you in your suitcase. It has a 5-year lithium battery included when you get it, and then whenever you go anywhere in the country, or internationally for that matter, you can screw it onto any phone that has this type of mouthpiece, and you'll have a 40-line automatic dialer with you. So if you're a salesman or a traveling executive or a person who just has lots of friends, you'll always have 40 phone numbers with you. It has one more good feature. It uses true tone pulsing, which means that, for one thing, you can only use it on touch tone systems. But more importantly, what it does mean is that you can reach the MCI and Sprint services, which are the cost-saving services, or if you use a bank card by mail, sometimes those services work on touch tone inputs also. So you can make a deposit or withdrawal by using a touch signal, a tone signal. And this will let you do MCI, Sprint, save money on long distance, memorize 40 numbers, and at the same time carry it around literally in your pocket. Now, let's say you want a bigger, more sophisticated automatic dialer. You might be interested in the Demon Dialer, and it is more expensive, whereas the Buscom was only $139. The Demon Dialer is almost $200. It's about $175. But what it does do is a much more sophisticated function. If you've got your catalog, look on page 27, and I'll look with you, and you'll see the Demon Dialer fully explained in detail. But let me just hit a few high points of it with you. For one thing, it stores 176 different numbers, and it does this using the same simple codes that you saw on the Soft Touch. It has a little plug right here so that you can plug your phone into it, or 2 phones, and then you plug it into the wall. Now, Demon Dialer is unique. Even though it's just a black box, it's a very sophisticated black box. And I see that the price on Demon Dialer is $199. If I told you $175, I think I'm thinking of the number of numbers that it stores. It stores 176 different numbers for $199. Now, Demon Dialer is very sophisticated. If you put it on the first phone in your house, it will give this ability to every phone in your house, not just the one that it's plugged into. And it does some amazing things. In addition to memorizing 176 numbers, in addition to having MCI or Sprint services so that you can call the long-distance numbers, it also does a busy buster function that is much more sophisticated than anything else in the field. Not only will it call a number once every 10 seconds for 5 or so minutes, then it will dial a number every couple of minutes for hours, even up to 10 hours. And when it finally gets through, it will signal you so that you won't miss the call. So you can literally be dialing somebody for 10 hours if you have trouble getting through. It's an amazing feature, and at 176 number storage, it is the most sophisticated automatic dialer in the entire world. It comes in 2 versions, one for rotary and one for touch dialing. So when you order a Demon Dialer, you should specify which type of phone system that you have. Now let's look at a product called Sage Phone from Mura Corporation, which is another type of phone product which is unique and different. Sage Phone is very attractively designed, very good looking. It's on page 25 in your catalog. If you have a catalog, turn to page 25 and you'll see the Sage Phone. It's got great graphics. It's done in blue and red, and it comes with a little panel that you carry in your hand. I'm showing you the panel. The panel is wireless. There's no wire between it and the phone. But anywhere between 100 feet of the base phone here and this panel, you will get a unique feature, and we'll explain it in 1 minute. But let's just tell you what the phone does. It's a very sleek phone, as you can see. It's not very thick, and it's a very good-looking space-age phone. Pick it up, lightweight ABS plastic, very high quality. Dial 16 numbers memorized so that you'll have a 16-number automatic dialer at your disposal. And the most important feature that it has is it will program in the first three numbers so that you have, let's say, police, fire, and let's say your neighbor next door. Then if you press a red button on the emergency control panel, which you carry in your pocket, it will send a message wirelessly to the Sage phone. Then the Sage phone will automatically dial the three numbers that you've programmed. So for example, let's say the first emergency number is the police. When you hit this red button, the first thing this phone will do is automatically dial the police and say, help is needed. There's an emergency at 381-3399. And because the police can tell what number that is, they have a reverse directory always, and especially if you tell them in advance that you have this service, but they always have a reverse directory. They can tell where your phone number is and locate that house. Now if Demon Dialer calls, if the Sage phone calls and there is no answer, or for some reason it can't deliver its message, it goes on in 30 seconds to the next number that you programmed. So for example, the first number is to the police, let's say they answer. Fine, it gives this pre-recorded synthesized message, which is all done by computer inside the phone with the synthesized voice. Then it goes on to the next number, say the fire department, and it says help. There's an emergency at 381-3399. Then if that message is delivered successfully, or if there's no answer within 30 seconds, it goes to the third number, say your neighbor, and it says help. There's an emergency at 381-3399. And of course your neighbor knows your number, as your friends do, or your mother, or your father, or whatever. So you can obviously program in several friends that know your number. So Sage phone is not only a 16-line automatic dialing phone, and not only is it very futuristic and has touch tone or rotary dialing, but it has this emergency feature, this panic button, which would cost, $1,000 if you were to do this with a private phone service. So at $249, Sage phone is not inexpensive, but it's a fantastic product. Now, another accessory that people sometimes want is TollGuard. TollGuard is designed to let you plug your phone into TollGuard, plug TollGuard into the wall, and prevent people from making long-distance calls, which can add to your phone bill unless you wish. Because when you remove the key from the TollGuard box, no one can call out through your phone line on any number that would lead to a long-distance charge. For example, if they were to dial a number that had an area code in it, such as 501-225-9349, the TollGuard would sense that there's too many digits in there for a local call, and it would disconnect the line. Or if they dial an O first for operator, it will sense that you're getting a call which could cause you money on your phone bill in excess of local charges, and it will disconnect your line. And they can't remove the thing from the wall because this locks the jack in there. So the only way they can use the phone is to make a local call. This is great, obviously, if you have the use in a business or at home with help, or if you just don't want your babysitter using the phone or whatever. Now, TollGuard sells in a set of 2 for $75 the set, or about $37.50 each, and you can try it yourself. Now, here's a moment in the show that is very exciting for me because I want to show you a product that no one in the entire United States has seen yet. This is a new product from Vivitar, and Vivitar, as you know, is a company that's made its name in camera equipment. And Vivitar has just come out with a new product, and I'm going to show it to you right now. You've never seen it before. It is designed to make slides into prints automatically. Now, I brought with me a slide which you can't see, but it's a very nice slide of a woman's face. And I'm going to turn on the new Vivitar machine. I'm going to put my slide in the cropping window, which is hard for you to see because of the light being so bright, and I'm going to crop the slide the way I want it. Then I'm going to take the slide and insert it into Vivitar's new machine, and I'm going to press the button for print. And this machine will convert that slide into a print on ordinary Polaroid film. Now, having pressed the print button, I'm going to now pull the Polaroid film out, and using the built-in timer in the machine, I will wait 60 seconds, and in 60 seconds I'll have a print from that slide that's instant. Now, if you've ever tried to make a slide into a print before, you know that it usually takes about 10 days at your local photo shop, if not 2 weeks. And it usually costs somewhere between 80 cents and $1.50. Well, Vivitar has made it so that for $149, you can own a machine that will make instant prints out of slides right at home as quickly as you want it. And it does this at a cost which is far below anything that's ever been offered before. Polaroid's own machine that does this came out a year ago at about $599. There's one from Durst called the Slide Grinder. It sells for $300. So when Vivitar announced that they were making this for $149, that was news. and they were gracious enough to let the Sharper Image be one of the first people in the entire United States to sell it. So it will appear in our October catalog, and it will appear in many stores in October. But here's the good news. The nice thing about showing it to you right now is you'll have a chance to be the first ones in the entire country to get this if you'd like to order one tonight or tomorrow by calling the toll-free number. Now I hear the beep, so I'm going to show you the print that we just got, and I assume it came out just perfectly. And if you can come in close, you'll see a fairly perfect print of a woman who's on this slide, and that, quite frankly, is as good a print as I can imagine, even if you went to your local photo store. And yet we did it right here, just in 60 seconds. Now you can order one of these for yourself, and if you use the toll-free number, which we've been showing you, you can order this, and we will charge your credit card when we get our first shipment in, which will be around August 1st. Then we'll send it to you. It costs $149 plus $450 delivery. We will send it to you, and we will charge your credit card at that time. It comes with a free roll of Polaroid film and batteries so that you can try it for yourself at no obligation whatsoever. Make 10 prints, enjoy using it, and if you don't like it, you're welcome to send it back for a prompt, courteous refund. I think that is the most exciting product of this summer, and one which we're so proud to introduce, and I'm so excited to give you the chance to order it for yourself. We will be back ordered, and most people expected Vivitar will be back ordered with all their dealers until after Christmas, and this is a fantastic Christmas present. So if you want to order one, I suggest you call the toll-free numbers now. It's $149. Use your credit card. We will not charge you until we send it to you. You're the first one in the whole country to see this, and I hope you're excited about it just like I am. Well, gee, I've enjoyed showing you these products. You know, it's a lot of fun seeing new products and a lot of fun playing with these toys. It's my chance to share my excitement with you, and I hope that I'll see you again next week. We're here every time, same place. So write down our toll-free numbers. Nationally, that's 800-227-3436. In California, that's 800-622-0733. And of course, when you call us, that's toll-free. The only thing you have to remember is in some areas, you need to dial 1 before you dial the number. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching the Sharper Image Living Catalog.
VC 450, Cut 2, the Sharper Image Living Catalog, show number 23, recorded July 1st, 1982. Errors logged. Stand by for count.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Tonight, you'll witness an outstanding array of products, each one superbly crafted and innovative in design, from the Sharper Image Living Catalog, with your host, Richard Thalheimer.
Hello, and welcome back to the Sharper Image Living Catalog. I'm Richard Thalheimer, your host, and this is the video version of the Sharper Image print catalog, which goes out to 5 million homes 8 times a year. If you're not getting your own catalog for yourself in your own mailbox, you should call the toll-free numbers that we'll show you later in the show, and we will give you a complimentary subscription. This normally sells for $1, but tonight, for you, if you call our toll-free numbers, we'll put you on our subscription list at no charge, and we'll even pay for the phone call. Now today's show is very exciting. We call it Picnic on the Green. Picnic on the Green means that we've got some products that are perfect for a picnic, and this summer is your time to use some of these products, and you can try them by calling our toll-free numbers and ordering them for a 30-day home trial. Also, in the second half of the show, I'm going to show you a product which we showed last week for the first time. It's the first time anyone in America has seen it. It's very exciting, and it does something that's remarkable. So we'll demonstrate that again in the second half of the show, so stick around for sure. Now, let's look at some products for a day on the green. This green item right here is a wine cooler. This is designed so that you can take your white wine, or your red wine if you prefer, and once you've refrigerated your white wine, you can put it in the wine cooler, and because it is thermally insulated, it will keep the wine chilled. In addition, the day before, you can take this section out, fill it with water, put it in your freezer, and then when it is frozen, you simply slide it back into the wine cooler to keep the wine well chilled. You don't have to use that because red wine you don't want to be chilled, white wine you do. And then this holds 2 bottles of wine. I'll take one bottle out. And what you do with the wine cooler is you carry your wine with you, and it's completely protected and easy to carry. You've got a handle, 2 bottles of wine, so you can go to a picnic or take a bottle of wine to a neighbor for a gift for dinner. And the wine cooler sells for $40 and comes in this real nice green color. It's high impact ABS plastic, so it won't break, and it's a product which makes a perfect gift or for you to use yourself. What I would do if I were you, I would order one, use it for the picnic on the green, and then use it as a gift for somebody else later in the year. So now you got your bottle of wine out. You want to open it, and you're at your picnic, and you've got that age-old problem. How do I get the bottle of the wine open? You know, we've all tried to work with corkscrews, and if you've had a lot of experience with corkscrews, you learn that you can do them real well. But there's always a slight problem for the inexperienced person. The wine cooler, by the way, did I mention that it sells for $40 in the SHRP Image Catalog? The bottle of wine, now to get it open, what I would do, first of all, I'd peel off the little aluminum foil that always surrounds the cork. Then I would get a product called the screw pull. And the screw pull is a handsomely designed space-age product made out of plastic, which is designed to effortlessly take that product, take that bottle of wine and open it. Take your screw pull off the little stand that it comes on and place it on top of the bottle of wine. And then, by simply holding the bottom and turning the top very easily, there's nothing to it, the cork will in a moment or two magically rise out of the bottle all by itself. So I'm just turning the little screw pull, and sure enough, the cork begins to emerge all by itself. Now this is the absolute fail-safe, perfect way to open a bottle of wine. It's good for 2 types of people especially. If you're a wine connoisseur and you have bottles of wine which are worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, you can take the cork out of the bottle without any danger of dropping the cork in the bottle, which is the most important thing with fine wine, or crumbling the cork. And if you're a novice, this gives you a way to open a bottle of wine that is guaranteed to work, which you cannot miss, and will always impress guests with your expertise in opening the bottle of wine. I'm going to do that one more time. I'll take this other bottle out here, take the aluminum off the cork, set the screw pull on top. It's got a little graphite point there that's hand ground for quality. Just squeeze the top here and screw it down. Now you notice that screw pulls come in a set of 2, one for you, one for a gift. And the set is $29, so that's about $14.50 each. And you can only order the set of 2 for $29. Comes in a very attractive tortoise shell, and I invite you to try it for yourself and see if it isn't absolutely the easiest way and most perfect way to open a bottle of wine, whether you're a novice or whether you're a connoisseur of fine wine. So here you are, your day at the green. You've got your wine cooler, you've got your 2 bottles of wine. So far you've only invested $69 even, and you're having a wonderful time, feeling very mellow, and you want to listen to some music. Well, there is a wonderful way to listen to music nowadays, and if you're not familiar with it, it is the use of a personal stereo system. Now, our company has found that there are numerous types of personal stereos that work. Some give you better value than others. And the one I'm going to show you right now is called the Technodyne Hip Pocket. And the reason we like it is because it does have a tremendous amount of value for just $99. The reason I say that is because, first of all, you notice it's a little bit smaller than some of the units. It's approximately 2/3 the size of the bigger units that I've seen. It comes with what we call an FM cassette. What that means is you take out your regular cassette, your regular music cassette, and you substitute a little tuner, which is in effect an FM radio. And if you come in closely, you can see that inside is a cassette that has a little tuning dial, and you can actually just turn the dial here to get the station you wish. And then when you put on your personal stereo headphones, which come with the unit, and you put on those headphones, you get a fantastic sound that is true concert quality, absolutely superb stereo, and you can listen to your choice of music cassettes or an FM cassette. Now this concept isn't that new, it's been around for a year, but what is new is the price of $99, including the FM cassette. In the price point, you don't usually see this quality, this size, and you don't usually get the FM cassette included. So when you order Technodyne's Hip Pocket, you'll get a chance to listen to this terrific sound, and if you haven't heard it before, it is truly remarkable. Now once you've got a personal stereo like this, you may want to expand on it because there are many different units that work with this, and one of them is also made by Technodyne called the Technodyne Speaker Pack, and here it is. It is a unit that is made out of a very attractive vinyl leather look-alike. It's silver and black, it's trimmed very handsomely, and inside it are two speakers. And you pull up the top, which has some nice heavy plastic nylon zippers, and inside what you've got are two speakers. Each one is a heavy, little, high-quality, two-speaker, actually three-speaker, woofer, mid-range, and tweeter high-quality speaker. And all they are is a speaker and an amplifier. So you take your personal stereo, and this works with any personal stereo I might point out, plug it in, and stick it in the pocket here, turn it to play, and then when you turn the unit on, you'll get an audible sound that you can use for a picnic or in your desk or your office or your home. And of course the headphone sound is superb, but the sound off of these speakers is quite good and makes this a very useful college dorm, study, or small room stereo system. This contains its own built-in amplifier in the middle here, and that amplifier can run off batteries or can run off of AC wall current, so that you can either use this portably with the battery unit or you can use it in your home simply by plugging it into a wall. Now the speaker pack's $149. The basic personal stereo, this one at least, is $99. And of course the speaker pack works with any of the new personal stereos. You don't have to have this one. Now Technodyne speaker pack is real attractive looking and it's very well made. The speakers are very high quality, and that's the reason it ended up in the SHRP Image Catalog. I personally check all these products to make sure that I'm satisfied with the quality, because I wouldn't want you to get any of them unless you were happy with the quality. Now Technodyne makes one more product which is my favorite, and it's one of the least expensive products in the SHRP Image Catalog, and yet it's one of the best functioning products. It's the only product I've seen that allows you to store 40 cassettes in a very tiny space and have them immediately accessible all the time. If you're like me, you know what it's like to drive along in your car and you want to get a cassette to put into the car cassette player, and you've got those little plastic covers that you're always opening on the cassettes and trying to figure out what to do with the cover. Well, what you do is forget the covers. Take the cassette out of the cover and put them in a clear plastic sleeve like this. That way you can see exactly what each cassette is, and when you want to play a given cassette, you just simply slide it out of the sleeve, and you don't have to worry about those darn plastic covers. When you're through with the cassette, you put it back into the sleeve, and in this sleeve are 20 cassettes. And in this pack, you can hold 2 of these packages. So if you want to, you can keep 40 cassettes sealed up, or if you're like me, you just take out one of these and just keep it loose in the console in the middle of the car. This is a nice quilted sort of vinyl look, and it's a good look, and it has a nice shoulder strap, so you can carry it with you on a picnic or something. This is a terrific accessory, and for about $24, I can't think of anything that will improve your listening pleasure more than a Technodyne cassette caddy. Now, at the break, you'll get your chance to get a free Sharper Image Catalog subscription, which normally sells for $1, and I have decided that, quite frankly, we would like to send you the catalog and have you on our subscription list absolutely free of charge. So what we've done is put together a program where you can call the toll-free numbers. They cost you absolutely nothing. In some area codes, you have to dial a 1 first, so don't forget that. And you'll see the numbers in just a moment. Those numbers, by the way, come right to our order-taking department, so it's our employees you're talking to. And sometimes if too many of you call at once, the lines are busy for a few moments, so you may want to write down the number and then call after the show. Maybe give us 10 or 15 minutes. But if you call and get a busy signal, call right back and we'll take your name, address, and zip code, and then we'll put you on the catalog list absolutely free of charge for a full year. The Sharper Image Catalog is a tremendous collection of exciting products, and I would love to send one directly to your home. It is yours right now simply by writing down the toll-free numbers and calling. But there are a different number for inside California and outside California. So pay attention now, get a pencil, and get ready to write down those toll-free numbers. I'll be back in just a moment to show you a terrific new product.
It's easy to order from the Sharper Image Living Catalog. Just have your credit card handy and dial our toll-free number, 800-227-3436. That's 800-227-3436. In California, dial 800-622-0733. That's 800-622-0733. Our operators are on duty 24 hours a day, and those operators are Sharper Image employees. They're happy to help speed your order. For a free year subscription to our full-color catalog, simply call our toll-free numbers within 1 hour of the telecast of this program. Once again, here are our toll-free numbers.
Did you write down those toll-free numbers? There's a different number outside California and inside California, and you have to dial a 1 in some area codes first. But if you get it and get through to us, you'll get the Sharper Image Catalog free of charge, a year subscription. We'd love to send it to you, so call us in the hour following the show. Now, you've got your picnic on the green. You're having a good time, and we've shown you some wine cooler and the screw pull. Here's a product from Panasonic called Travel Vision, and this is the brand new Travel Vision, which is so new that it's not in the Sharper Image Catalog yet. It sells for $249, and it is a miniature 2-inch television plus some other features. In fact, it's so new, we don't even have a product number for it yet. So when you call the toll-free numbers, if you would like to order the Travel Vision right now, you'll have to ask for the new Deluxe Travel Vision that has the new features. And let me tell you what some of them are. First of all, you see, obviously, it's got television, and it has a 1.5-inch screen with a little magnifier that snaps on and off if you wish to use the magnifier to make the screen 2 inches and to provide a little sunshade. Now, in addition to that, it comes with headphones so that you can listen to your television anywhere, say an airport terminal or wherever, without disturbing anyone and getting full sound. In addition, it comes with AM/FM, and you can switch it to radio and play FM music. So again, while you're traveling, you can listen to FM, and if you wish, you can even switch that to AM. Now, in addition, this comes with a few other features to make it a truly terrific package. For one thing, it works on 2 types of source. You can use regular AA batteries that you get at any drugstore, or you can use this rechargeable battery pack that comes with the television. And when you put this battery pack in place of the regular 3 AA batteries, the battery pack will power the unit for approximately 6 hours, and then you can recharge it in one of 2 ways. You can recharge it directly off your household current using the AC adapter that comes with it, or you can recharge it in your car using the car plug that comes with it. So here's a product that has so many features wrapped up into one. First of all, you've got a UHF VHF television, and the only thing it doesn't have, quite frankly, is a cable connector, so you can't get the Sharper Image Living Catalog on cable. However, it does have all the channels, all 83 VHF and UHF channels. It does have a 2-inch magnifying screen. It does have AM and FM, and it has the earphones for true stereo sound, and it will receive in stereo on the FM channel. It comes with the AC adapter, so you can recharge the rechargeable batteries at home, and the car cord lets you recharge them on the road. The unit itself is a fairly small, lightweight unit, about the size of, I'd say, a thick paperback book. And if you snap the magnifier off, you can see that it really is quite compact, no bigger than most of the new personal stereos. And when you're traveling, you'll have just everything you need to really have a good time. And when you're sitting at your picnic, you can watch the baseball game or you can watch radio. Panasonic's Travel Vision is so new that no one in the entire country has seen it but you. And if you call us right now, you'll have to ask for the new Travel Vision, which is $249. If you have the catalog, you see the current Travel Vision for $199, but that's without the FM, without the AM, and without the headphones. So this is real new and it makes a terrific gift. Now, let me show you what you're going to use to protect your eyes on your picnic on the green. It's from Carrera Porsche, and it is the best of its kind. These sunglasses right here, which come in this nice sort of velour pouch, are what we call half-frame sunglasses, even though they actually do have a full frame to protect the lenses. It's an alloy metal frame that goes around, all the way around. It looks like nylon filament, but if you look in the catalog, it says it is a unique alloy that is light but strong. And these half-frame sunglasses with this little protection around the bottom edge come with a gray gradient lens. And that gray gradient lens gives you a slightly darker protection at the top and a lighter protection at the bottom. It's hard to see that on your television, but if you were looking through them, what you'd see is that the lens color changes. I'll put them on for you so you can see how they look, because nobody usually wants to order sunglasses unless they can see what they look like. You're thinking, well, that's a suave-looking character in those Porsche half-frame sunglasses. That is what you were thinking, huh? Okay. Anyway, these glasses are $38, which I don't know if that sounds like a lot or a little, but for Carrera Porsche sunglasses, that's the lowest price I've ever seen on a Porsche sunglass. The one I'm more accustomed to is the deluxe model, and we have several in between, but I brought you one of the deluxe models so you can see what a real expensive one looks like. This comes in the space-age case, which is very unique looking. And you see it says Carrera Porsche design right there in the front. And when you open the case, what you've got is a small system. The system consists of 14-karat gold-plated glasses, which come with a brown lens, which is very comforting on the eyes and gives you the feeling that you're looking at the world through rose-tinted glasses. And all of us, of course, would like to look at the world through rose-tinted glasses, and here's our chance, if you can afford it, because it is expensive. These are $179, but they are hand-welded in 17 points for strength, and they come with not one set of lenses, but two, because inside the case you'll also get a second set, which if you can just barely see hidden in the front up here, which says Carrera, there is a little pouch, and when I open the pouch, I will take out my second set of gray gradient lenses. Now these are similar to the ones in the half-frame glasses, but give you a choice of color. I noticed that on these are solid gradient, meaning that they're solid gray all the way through, whereas the brown ones that come with it are, again, darker at the top and lighter at the bottom. Now, these happen to be my favorite because they're gold-plated and very expensive looking, and everyone will know that you are a very high roller in Porsche Carrera sunglasses, but they are actually one of the world's best sunglasses, optically perfect and guaranteed to please you. Now let me show you the BinoCam, which is a product which is perfect not only for picnics, but really for football games, track meets, or any sporting event, because the BinoCam does a unique feature that no pair of binoculars ever does. It's sort of an odd-looking pair of binoculars because it contains, in addition to a binocular, a 110 camera as well. Come in close and look at this, and you'll see that in the back is room to put 110 cartridge film. Can you see in there, right there, the film goes in for the BinoCam. And then you snap the thing shut, and you've got a pair of binoculars as well as a camera. It uses 110 cartridge film, so you can watch a sporting event, and then when you get a scene that you like, you can snap a photo of it and get 110 slide or print film as well. And these binoculars are 7 by 20 millimeters, which means 7 power. And 20 millimeters gives you enough light that you really get a nice, comfortable glass for horse races or sporting events. And they're not so heavy that you'll feel uncomfortable with them, even though they do contain a camera. Now, let me tell you about an exciting product which we introduced last week. And this was so well received that I thought we'd show it one more time and let you see a new product that no one in the entire United States has seen, and we can actually demonstrate it right here on television for you. That would be the Vivitar slide printer. Vivitar is a name we're all familiar with. Super name, they make great products, and I'm sure you've heard of them before because they're known for giving you a lot of quality at a low price. Vivitar has worked out something with Polaroid, and I'm sure you know Polaroid. They make the instant film. Now what this product does is allow you to make prints at home out of an existing 35 millimeter slide. So let's say you've got a 35 millimeter slide like the one I'm showing you right here. And if you're like me, you like to take slides because they're easy to store, they're convenient, you can show them on the wall, and there's no negative to lose. But the trouble is when you want to get a print of one of your slides, you can't get one. And if you've shopped the market, well, you can get one, but you have to wait about 2 weeks and go to your local drugstore to do it, and it costs maybe $1, $1.50. So let's say you've got your slide here, and you want to convert this into a print at home. Well, there are some ways to do this. You can go ahead and buy a machine. For example, the one that Polaroid makes under its own name is $600. Or there's a recent one from Durst that sells for $300. But Vivitar has introduced this at $149, and you're going to see it in the fall. You may see it at slightly higher prices. You won't see it, I don't think, much lower, maybe $5 lower, but $149 will be the price it will settle down at. But here's the problem. It is so popular, and because of Christmas, it will be very difficult to get, and we expect most stores to be back ordered until after Christmas. But for $149 right now on the SHRP Image Living Catalog, you can be one of the first in the entire country to try this for yourself. I'll actually make a slide for you. I'll turn it on, and this little light will come on in the viewing window here so that I can crop the slide the way I want it. And you can't see the light because the slide is a fairly dark one. It's keeping the light from coming through, but it lets me see what part of the picture I want. Then I take the slide and I insert it into this window, press it in, and I'll give it just a second to warm up. Well, it says it's ready, so I'll hit the button. And now what I've done is begun to make an instant slide. I'm going to take out the film. And when I take out the film, I press the timer button, and it will tell me in a minute when the slide is ready. Or the print, to be exact. So anyway, here's the thing. We have a limited quantity of these. It's going to be in the October catalog that comes out October 1st, but we've arranged to get a few hundred of these Vivitar slide printers before, just for the TV Living catalog. So if you want to be the first one in the country to try this and be sure of getting one before the Christmas season gets on us and there aren't any more available, here's your chance. We'll have it in August 1st, and if you call the toll-free number and use a credit card, we will hold your order until they come in August 1st. Then we'll charge your credit card at that time and only at that time, and we'll send you the Vivitar slide printer, and you will be the first one in the country to get it. Then it comes with a free pack of Polaroid film with 10 exposures and batteries. And you are welcome to try making 10 prints on your own, of your own slides, and see how great it is. And if you're not happy for any reason, as with any SHRP Image product, you can return it within 30 days for a full, prompt, courteous refund. That way, you get the fun of trying it and you have no risk whatsoever, and you're certainly welcome to keep the film. Now, I think our print's just about ready because I'll hear a little beep in just a moment when it is. And there's the beep. So I'm going to peel off the photo now, and if you come in close, you can just look at this with me. And sure enough, here is a perfect print. And with the new Polaroid 669 film, you don't even need to coat the film. Isn't that fantastic? And it is so easy and so much fun, and I guarantee you will find this to be the equal of drugstore slide printing. Only much faster, as they say at Vivitar, in by 9 a.m., out by 9:01 a.m. And now you can be the first to try this for yourself. Well, let's just go over the products that we looked at today. First, we saw the wine cooler for $40. That's designed to carry 2 bottles of wine and let you go on a picnic, carry your wine with you. And it comes in nice green ABS plastic, which is real hard, high-impact plastic and designed to last. The set of 2 screw pulls makes a perfect gift for somebody, as well as a useful accessory for your own kitchen, and it's $29 the set of 2. Then we looked at the hip pocket stereo, which is only $99 and gives you one of the best personal stereos that we've found, but in a slightly smaller size, as well as giving you an FM cassette tuner. And that's from Technodyne, which is a Texas company that has a wonderful reputation. Then we showed you the speaker pack, also from Technodyne, which was $149, and lets you expand your personal stereo into a louder sound for picnics or for home use or a stereo in a college dorm or a study. And then the tape tote, of course, from Technodyne is just a terrific way to carry 40 cassettes around very easily. And one of my favorite products because those cassettes are really hard to keep track of. Then let's see, we looked at the Panasonic Travel Vision. The new Travel Vision, though, which is $249 and has the AM/FM as well as the earphones, comes with rechargeable batteries and gives you 2 ways to recharge it. Panasonic's always coming up with these fantastic products, and I hope you'll get one of them for yourself. The Carrera sunglasses are just simply the world's best. Carrera Porsche has the quality and the reputation of making nothing but the finest Porsche Carrera gradient lenses are recognized worldwide. The BinoCam, of course, is a wonderful way to get a binocular and a camera in one. The Vivitar slide printer is the first, or actually the second because we showed it here last week as well, but it's the first time in the entire United States that anyone has seen this product and your chance to order it for $149. I hope you'll try it for yourself and we'll send you the free film to do that. Write down our toll-free numbers and give us a call so that we can show you that we have a sharper image. See you next week.